want to give all honor and all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. 144,000 to 1/3. Peace and blessings to all the brethren that's in GMS at Great Millstone. And to all the Aqua that's out there in the world. And all those that's listening to this truth. Shalom to you. I'm over here driving. Gotta do some running around. Thought this would be a good time. Spirit put it on me. Do a little video drive lesson. Yeah, basically what everybody needs to really be thinking about going forward in these last few hours that we are living in, that even the celebrities now are saying what's going on. I seen another video on the hopeful elect 3. It was showing Ricky Smiley. Even he's knowing that stuff ain't going right. And a lot of people been having dreams. And dreams about, the end. And wars. And they showing a lot of stuff. Talking about these spaceships coming with these fake aliens and all this stuff. Y'all gotta keep in mind, man, that for what we going through, these Edomites they're not gonna pull no stops. They're gonna do whatever they're gonna do to mislead people and make sure people stay misled, because that's their end goal. And for a lot of y'all people out here who are on the fence wondering who is the elect and who should be the elect, it's pretty much plain and simple. Anyone that's teaching this truth coming out of Great Millstone is most likely going to be of the hopeful elect. And that's some things that y'all people need to really think about, because we are the ones talking about the true name of the Father and of the Son and what they want, and also on how their kingdom going to be. And those that are the 2/3 that are listening, they're probably saying, well, who are you to say that I'm a 2/3? Well, you got to ask yourself that question. See, a lot of people think they're going to go into the kingdom doing the same things that they was doing when they was in the world. And a lot of these women think, because a lot of these women, they like this kingdom. Because look at it from their point of view. Not saying to side with them, and God forbid that, but to see how a wicked Jezebel woman would think is that she gets to call the shots, say what she wants to do. The Father, Yahweh, did not attempt for it to be like that. And if you think women are going to be out here calling these shots, man, it's just not going down like that. And then y'all women out here, well, I'll just get another man. I'll just leave my man. Well, you can go ahead and leave your man in the kingdom. But if you already had a man dip inside you, and we're not going to mess with you, it's going to be no need to mess with you, because you already been polluted by another man. So you might as well just go ahead and stay with your husband, because the elect men are not doing that. We're not going to dip into another man's sanctuary, another man's pool, another man's cupcake, another man's sandwich. We're not doing that. All that stuff is going to be obsolete. So your chances of, well, I don't like this man, I'm going to run to the next one, it's not going to happen. So whatever man grabs you, and get you, that's it. You're just going to have to deal with it. So if a woman gets with her elect brother in the kingdom and she thinking, well, she wants to get buck and run off to some other man, that ain't happening. Because a lot of y'all women got that mentality, that that's what y'all think. But most of y'all ain't going to want to do that anyway, because things are going to be better. But you're going to have a few of them that's going to try to, get bucked. You're going to have a few of them that's going to try to think they want that old system back, where they call the police and, have court dates and all that. Nah, it ain't going down like that. Not whatsoever. You're going to follow the rules of the kingdom, and that's going to be it. So if y'all looking for those old brothers out there that's going to let y'all do whatever y'all want, those brothers are going to be dead. They're not going to survive. There's going to be a lot of women that's going to die during that time, but it's also going to be a good amount of them that's going to live. Reason for that being said, because the elect men are going to have many wives. And by us having many wives, if it's 144,000 elect men, you're going to have basically double that in women. You're going to have that. Because how would a man not be able to have, how would a woman not be able to cling to a man? It'll be, 7 women to one man. So that's letting you know it's going to be women that's going to be clinging to a lot of us men. And they're going to have to do what they're supposed to do. And that's just how it's going to be. So if y'all women thinking y'all going to run somewhere else and this and that, or you thinking your boyfriend, Pookie and Ray Ray or whoever are going to get in to the kingdom, that ain't happening. Unless they turn around and repent and do what they're supposed to do. And even if they are of that number. Because you got to understand, the 144,000, they was chosen way before the foundations of the earth. They're a pre-selected number of who they are. I'm hoping that I am one of the elect. I'm hoping. Just like all of us men are hoping. I'm hoping. Just like
1 mile. Keep left.
Just like David said, even if he was a doorman, shoot. If David was hoping as a doorman to make it in, shoot, I'm hoping just to clean the floors or something, just to get in. No matter what position I can get. But that's why we all try to do our best and try to do the most work we can out here with our situations that we got. And the Father understands our situations. He also understands our hearts. Because a lot of people, when they look at their elect, they might be saying, oh, well, that person used to do this in the past, used to do that in the past. But the Father says that the elect are blameless before Him. That means He judged them. That means He made them go off and do these things so they can learn what they should not do, so they won't do it again. And that's what people have to understand. Some people be like, oh, this person calling themselves to be the elect. How can you be the elect when you was doing all these sinful things and you was doing this and that? Yeah, that person might have been doing all those sinful things and doing all those things. But the Father said that He forgave them. So if the Father forgave them, how can you try to say who they are if the Father forgave them? He forgave them. So if He forgave them, then they're blameless in His eyes. Not your eyes, in His eyes. They're blameless before the Father, not before you. And that's what a lot of people have a problem with when they see people trying to do right or if they see someone that was once doing wrong and now they on the right path, they always want to try to link them and bring them back. But see, those people gonna be destroyed anyway. But yeah, so y'all just gotta see how this kingdom's gonna be ran. It's not gonna be ran like how what people want it, or how they teach up in the church. That everybody's gonna be there, and all this stuff that we say that's gonna happen is not gonna happen. Because if you look at what's going on in Palestine, all those people are suffering. They got a famine going over there that's like crazy. And everybody's screaming to Allah. Well, if Allah was really there, why ain't he helping them? I mean, I seen these Muslims have been being hit back to back. They got hit over there in Dubai not too long ago when that flood happened with the water. Then it snowed over there a little bit. Yeah. So where's Allah at? He doesn't exist. But you can't convince the average person that been brainwashed. And when you tell them that, they ready to cut you, ready to beat you up. But you only stating facts. You just say, hey, listen, you know, if what you're saying is true about Allah, how he's the God watching after him, why ain't he watching after the people? I mean, obviously, they're being faithful to that God. They're not trying to worship no other God. They only want to worship that God. So why ain't something good happening for them? Because that God is a false God. And they can't come to grips with that. And they will stay screaming, Allah Akbar. But we stay screaming, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And you see how he's looking after us. He's making sure that this word is getting out. He's protecting the brothers. He's making sure the brothers are taken care of. Now, it is going to be a time where we're going to feel some wrath too. But that's a part of the test. You're not seeing no videos on YouTube how these people are talking about the stuff that's happening now. They say it's a holy war and stuff like that. All right, well, why aren't y'all making videos saying what's happening? They're not even talking about the daggone sea here. So how can they even know the truth? And that's evident to be true. I don't see how anyone cannot believe that the MOTB is not real. It's 100% real. It says clearly, you won't be able to buy or sell, small or great, rich or poor. For those that are going to get a mark in their right hand and their forehead, everything is going digital. So if everything is going digital, and we're no longer going to deal with paper money, that means we are going to be moving towards a digital currency. And it's already shown when you Google it, that things are going digital. So if things are going digital, you're just going to have to accept that we're bringing out the truth. And the truth is the MOTB is going to come. And a lot of people don't believe that America's going to fall. You already see how these countries, they're tired of America. They need to wake up and smell that coffee, man. And that coffee's burning, steaming hot. It's burning. It's overcooked. It don't even smell good no more. People are mad because they got to pay all these high bills. Everybody's in debt. How is it supposed to be the land of the free, the land of the brave, the land of milk and honey, if the daggone honey's ran out and the milk is spoiled? People think this place is not going to be touched, that it's going to stand forever. You got to understand, once these wars really kick off, people are not going to be trading by ships no more. They're not. You're not going to have a war and you still trading. Come on now. All that stuff going to be to a halt. You ain't got nobody on the farms like that. So if you ain't got that, then how food's supposed to go? How's that supposed to be done? In what way is it supposed to be done? Then that food shortage is going to come. And the sun's going to pop off with the race wars. And then once that start happening, people are going to be picking sides. And most of these companies that we all work for, excuse me, it's multi-races. Most of them. Look at your average grocery store. You got blacks and whites working there. And once the tensions get real hot, you know, most of these companies are owned by certain people. You might have layoffs there. And then the government going to be secretly talking to them. They're going to pay them out. They say, listen, man, Walmart sells a lot of food, giant shopping food warehouse, man, the government just buy them out. Saying, listen, we going to use your stores to lock people up in. It makes sense. Because a lot of those stores don't have windows like that. It's one way in, one way out. So what more would it be than to lock those people up in those same stores where you buy your groceries at? Not necessarily say it's going to be like that, but I have seen videos like that. But it makes sense. They just lock you up inside there. And then how you going to get out? Now the government going to bring you your food. Now you're going to have your 3 hots in a cot. Like jail. It's going to be just like that. They're going to lock you up in there. So they get everything situated. Then they going to have these drones out here. They have these infrared cameras. What are you going to do with that?
Keep left to I-495 South.
They're going to have drones with infrared cameras, man. So if you're trying to hide in the woods, they're going to see you with that. Then they got the helicopters that already got them. Unless you dig your way into the dirt and stay underneath there for a while, it's going to be crazy out here. It's going to literally be crazy. And with these race wars, they want these race wars to pop off. Because they want to have a reason to say, well, the government has no control of what's going on out there. And then Trump's going to give the okay for police to defend themselves. Then you're going to have cops killing unarmed people, killing children and babies. And what's that's going to do? That's going to make Jake get mad. And what he going to do when he get riled up? He going to say, man, F this bullshit. We going to go in. And what they going to do? They no longer going to beef with each other. They going to rally up together and say, man, we got to take these motherfucking people down. They're killing us. They're starving us out. That's what's going to happen. These race wars are going to be real. Because best believe, Edom is ready. You got videos of them showing their kids how to shoot their guns.
In 1 3/4 miles.
So they've been ready.
On the right to Maryland.
They've been ready, man.
East.
You just gotta ask yourself, are you ready? That's why you gotta get yourself right with Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Because if you ain't piercing into these scriptures, you ain't following these videos from GMS and listening, you lost. You are truly, truly lost. You gotta know what's going on. People think these race wars ain't gonna happen like they got this old stupid thinking like Jesus just gonna come and rapture his people and that's gonna be it.
Right to Maryland 214
Nah.
East.
It's a lot of things that gotta take place. And these race wars is gonna be the next thing that's soon gonna pop off, man. And And when it pop off, it's not gonna be a good thing. Cause I had a dream about it, man. A dream that I'm with my family, I'm with the brothers, and I was just like, yo, you know, I just see we had to get like past the city, and when we had to get past the city, I was like, all right, the coast is clear, let's go. And another brother was like, nah, man, wait. And, you know, I had some weaponry with me. I'll just say that. Some weaponry with me. And I was like, nah, man, we're going to go. We're going to get out of this city so we can get out. And as we was going down, it was so many Edomites, man. It was unreal. It was ungodly. I was like, oh, man. And a part of me was like, nah, fuck that. I'm still going to fight through it. We still going to fight through it. And then the side of me was like, nah. We can't fight through it this time, man. We're going to have to go another way. Because they ready. And I was like, all right, we just got to go another way. And that's how it's going to be. Because they're going to be setting up stuff.
2.25 miles.
It's going to be just like the Purge.
Lake Arbor Way.
They're going to set up their people, because they know people are going to try to get out these cities, man. They know that. And they also going to be watching the elect. They're going to be doing that too. Because they know that those are the chosen ones. And since they know that those are the chosen ones, they're going to try to get at them too. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to protect his elect. He's going to protect those in GMS. And those that are in those other camps that are listening, you better go ahead and switch over while you have a chance. You better do it. Because if y'all not calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, it's not going to be good for you. Because the Father's not going to hear you. It's just like if someone's calling you and you're in a group full of people, and if someone's calling your name, you're not going to respond to that in a group of people yelling. But if you got a distinct name and someone's calling you, you're going to respond to that. That's why the name does matter. But IUIC, they saying, oh, it doesn't matter what you call them, man. It matters. Especially in the hour that's coming. It matters very, very much that we know the proper name of the Father and the name of the Son. And how to call upon them. Because the Father looks at that. He's going to look at those that really care. And those that really know who he is and know what he stands for. And a lot of people don't want to even admit to how the word is. We tell them things like, hey, look, we don't celebrate Christmas, we don't celebrate birthdays. We tell them that, hey, look, we're gonna have multiple women in the kingdom. The women get mad, don't want to accept that. The men are saying that we're going off. They don't want to accept that. We're saying how the Edomites are going to have to pay for the stuff that they did in the kingdom. They don't want to accept that. You know, how can the Father want to work with you if you're not willing to accept his will, what he wants? And that's the thing. And then y'all thinking that women should be out here preaching the word, and we say that women cannot preach the word, man, because it was through the woman that she was deceived. So why are you gonna have someone that been deceived before be out here trying to preach the word? Don't make no sense. Well, I'm at my destination. So, with that being said, I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, the 1/3, 144,000. Peace and blessings to the brethren and the sisters GMS and all those that's listening this truth. I hope that you hear and don't forbear this truth. With that being said, Shalom.